Hello again, everyone, and welcome to American Idioms Part 10. This is the 10th video in my American Idiom series, and like the others, I'll present 5 idioms to you, numbered 46 to 50. But first, I'll give you the chance to guess the meaning to each one. Then I'll explain each of them to you using another example. So, are you ready? Okay, here we go. Number 46. And the example is, politicians always pass the buck whenever their policies fail, but people still vote for them for some reason. Can you guess the meaning? If you guessed B, to blame someone else for something you are responsible for, then you are correct. And that's exactly what the example is talking about when politicians blame other people for their mistakes, right? Their policies. They usually pass the buck, meaning they blame it on someone else. And that's what it means. Here's another example. I really respect my coworker Martin because he never passes the buck whenever he does something wrong at work. Here we have just the opposite of a thing where this person, Martin, does not pass the buck. So he doesn't blame anybody for his mistakes. What we say, he owns up to his mistakes. Got it? All right. Here's number 47. And the example is, the police caught the thieves because they were told that the thieves had designs on stealing diamonds from the jewelry store last week. Can you guess the meaning? Did you guess A, to have a desire to do something? Well, if you did, you're correct. That's what to have designs on something means, to have a desire to do something or to want something. And that's what happened in our example here. The thieves were planning on stealing the diamonds. They had a desire to do it. And the police found out about it and they were able to get them, catch them. All right, here's another example. Right from the first time I met her, I knew that Margot had designs on taking my job. In this case, the person felt that this new employee, Margot, wanted his job. So he could tell that she planned on taking his job. He knew that she had designs on it. Got it? All right. Here's number 48. And the example is, if Henry continues to smoke a pack of cigarettes a day, he'll be digging his own grave. Can you guess the meaning? If you guessed C, to do something that will seriously harm oneself, then you are correct. And that's exactly what Henry was doing in our example. He was smoking a pack of cigarettes, so he was going to seriously harm himself, right? By doing it. Cigarette smoking is bad for us. We know this. So he was going to do harm by smoking a pack a day. He was digging his own grave. All right, here's another example. Alicia dug her own grave when she made jokes about her boss at the office party last night. At the time, she didn't know that he was standing right behind her, and he heard everything. In this example, you can clearly see that she did some serious harm to herself by telling these jokes because her boss was behind her and he heard everything, and he wasn't happy. All right, so she did some serious harm to herself by making these jokes. Got it? All right, here's number 49. And the example is, his boss told him that if he was late for work one more time, his job would be on the line. Can you guess the meaning? Did you choose B, to be at serious risk? Well, if you did, you're correct. And that's what happened in our example. The boss here was giving his employee notice about the serious risk of losing his job if he wasn't at work on time one more time. And that's what to be on the line. If something is on the line, it's at risk. All right, something bad could happen. That's what we say, it's on the line. Here's another example. Firefighters have a very dangerous job because their lives are on the line every time they respond to a fire. In this example, we're talking about how firefighters' lives, their lives, it's a dangerous job, right? So there's very serious risk when they go to a fire. They could be killed. So their lives are on the line. You got it? All right, here's the final idiom, number 50. And the example is, it was a tough election, but the mayor was able to weather the storm and get reelected. Can you guess the meaning? Did you guess B, to handle a difficult situation or period successfully? If you did, you're correct. And that's what to weather the storm means. In our example, the election for the mayor, who was already the mayor, it was very tough. So he had to weather the storm. He had to handle the situation, and he did. And he came out on top, meaning that he won the election. He was reelected. So he was able to handle this difficult situation or period successfully. Here's another example. My uncle got the flu last week and was in bed for a week, but he was able to weather the storm and now he is fine. So the same kind of a situation, something bad that someone is going through, like this person's uncle had the flu and then was in bed for a week, but he was able to get through it. He handled the difficult situation, he weathered the storm, and now he's fine. Got it? All right, that's it for this video. I hope you're enjoying this series. I will have many more idioms for you coming. Thanks again for subscribing, everyone, and please share this video if you get a chance. And do one more thing. Keep practicing! See you next time.